Ever since its accidental discovery last Friday inside a stone-clad crypt in the northeast corner of the Wayne County Courthouse, a tightly sealed copper box weighing about 20 pounds has become the talk of the area. The 1878 time capsule, deposited by the Masons on October 9, 1878, had been a source of intrigue during the past year as it had eluded the scrutiny of an army of restorers that worked on the multi-million-dollar exterior restoration of the edifice. On Wednesday, a standing room-only crowd packed into Judge Mark Weist's courtroom to get a peek at the contents that had been hidden away for nearly 138 years. But before that could happen, a team of workers from W.R. Restoration, who had been key in doing the stonework on the building, had to find a way into the tightly sealed container. Starting at 9:30 a.m., Jim Wamelink, Vice President of Cleveland-based W.R. Restoration, undertook the process of attempting to breach the heavy soldering that anchored the beautifully engraved lid to the bottom of the box. Working in the building immediately west of the courthouse and using a Dremel tool with a cut-off wheel, Wamelink began working his way along the soldering joint a fraction of an inch at a time. He was surrounded by the commissioners, media, company photographers, and members of the Masons, all leaning over his shoulders, wanting to keep track of the progress being made. As the minutes continued ticking toward the 11 a.m. public opening of the box, the tools involved became larger and heavier, including hammers and chisels. Some in the group offered a tongue-in-cheek bets on the eventual introduction of sledgehammers, jackhammers, and possibly explosives in the process. Shortly before 11:30 a.m., the lid was freed, and without any of the contents being revealed, the box was set before the crowd of about 150 waiting with bated breath. The time capsule was borne into the courtroom by a delegation of Masons from Worcester's Ebenezer Lodge 33 in full dress regalia, as well as Rick Shaw, Senior Grand Warden of the Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of Ohio. Shaw, who is in line to become Ohio's Grand Master in 2 years, said it was fitting the Masons participated in the opening of the time capsule, as the Masons had been instrumental in depositing time capsules in many of the nation's buildings for more than 200 years, including the U.S. Capitol. Wayne County Sheriff Travis Hutchinson, a high-ranking Mason who removed the time capsule from its niche last week, described the experience as the honor of a lifetime. The Wayne County Commissioners placed much of the responsibility for the handling of the time capsule contents in the hands of Mallory Haas, a Cleveland-based archaeologist who spends much of her time in Plymouth, England, working with the Ships Project from the ancient port of Plymouth. Haas said she believed the contents of the box, which had been published in an October 17, 1878 news article, would be found in pristine condition, but she was wrong. As the items were removed and recorded by Haas, many were found to be damp, though none appear to have been ruined. Most seriously affected appear to be a stack of about 25 yellowing photographs of county officials of 1878, which were stuck together by moisture. Haas felt that they could be salvaged through months of dehumidification. Other contents in varying states of dampness were placed on acid-free paper. After the contents removed over the course of an hour had been laid out on the table, the remaining spectators were allowed to walk around the table to view and photograph them. Commissioner Ann Obrecht said the county would follow the advice of Haas in conserving the documents and would put the box and contents on exhibit. The commissioner said they are seeking ideas on what items to place inside a new time capsule to be installed in the building. That time capsule could be deposited during rededication ceremonies for the courthouse later this year.